Today I fucked up by attempting to using my wife's sex toys, NSFW. Edit, context as requested, am male. Probably by TBH. Only ever been with women though. Wife definitely bi. Sorry for omitting. Throwaway account because yeah. Essentially the wife and I had just had sex, including the use of her new glass 3-knobbed butt plug. Fantastic time was had, and we eventually made it into the shower, where we and the plug got cleaned up. I thought it'd be hilarious to pretend to put the plug in myself, and going through with my brilliant plot, picked up the glass plug and attempted to hold it between my butt cheeks. Wet glass is slippery. In less than 2 seconds, I felt it slip from between my cheeks and turned in time to see it hit the tiled shower floor with a loud crack. Luckily it didn't shatter much, but yeah, pieces of this butt plug ended up all over the shower floor. Wet glass is also pretty much invisible on a wet floor, and inevitably blood was spilled trying to clean up the fragments. Anyways, we cleaned up the glass, and after exiting the shower and apologizing profusely to my wife, I decided to try to cheer her up. My solution: attempt to deep throat her also new silicone dildo. With a bit of gagging, we learned that apparently I can deep throat more of the dildo than my wife can, much to her amusement, and eventually managed to take almost the whole thing like a champ. And then promptly threw up from agitating my gag reflex too much. So yeah, my wife was somewhat sympathetic, but then insisted I make an alt and share my shame with Reddit. Happy wife equals happy life, so here I am. Too long didn't read, tried to use my wife's sex toys and broke her butt plug and threw up trying to deep throat her dildo. Edit, smashed plug. Edit 2, well thanks to all of you my wife now has plenty of ideas. It's super late now, so I'm gonna go cry myself to sleep and dread reading in the morning. Fun sex, okay let's clean up, hey wouldn't it be funny if, glass shattered, blood on the floor, okay let's clean up, hey wouldn't it be funny if, vomit and shame. Op, you okay? Why stop the destruction there, op? You could probably fit into her lingerie for a few seconds before they shredded. Read the too long didn't read, saw the picture of the broken plug and screamed at the idea that you broke it while it was inside you, which then resulted in the wife looking at the computer screen and wondering if I have some new broken dildo fetish. Thanks for that. I clenched when I read that. Oh god, that mental image. This story has everything: butt plugs, broken glass, deep throat and throwing up. Bravo sir. And a little shaming to go with it. Plus you can bet she pegs. Update, great, now my history is 3 top replies in this same thread about a dude getting fucked. I'm fucked too. I don't want these posts in my gilded box forever. Please do not gild. Great, silver, gold, platinum, stonk, and poop and press F award. I'll forever be the guy who got a poop load of karma telling a guy his wife is gonna fuck him and her kink is shaming him online. All new awards for me. Was the plug borosilicate glass? That's what Pyrex dishes used to be made of. It's practically unbreakable when dropped, and when it does break it doesn't shatter into tiny pieces, nor are pieces nearly as sharp as regular glass. I ask because if it wasn't, you should replace it with a borosilicate plug, and if it was borosilicate you might be able to request a replacement because the breakage was probably caused by an imperfection in the glass. Our local shop has some Bow Today I Fucked Up all glass dildos. They demonstrate their durability by letting customers throw them against the brick wall as hard as they can. Today I fucked up by asking Siri to play me a song and making her worry about my mental health. I was using a Bluetooth adapter in my car to be safe and not use my phone while driving. I asked Siri to play a song called Make Me Wanna Die, and to my surprise, instead of playing the song she said something along the lines of, if you're feeling depressed the suicide hotline can help you, would you like me to call? I screamed no, do not do that, so of course she did anyway. I didn't want to hang up because what happens if you hang up on the suicide hotline? So some lady who had much more important stuff to do answered, and I low-key yelled infinisurigat confused him so sorry. Based on her reaction it wasn't the first time it had happened, but I was still totally mortified. Too long didn't read, I asked Siri to play a song and she called the suicide hotline instead. Hey Siri, play I Hate Myself and I Want to Die by Nirvana. That was Pretty Reckless of Siri. Is that the song by the Pretty Reckless? I asked Alexa to play a song from the toddler music station for my baby. The first song she played was the theme from MASH called Suicide is Painless. Today I fucked up by quoting a kids movie at the end of Sex. This happened around 5 years ago when I was still in university. I was not the most forthcoming 5 years ago. I didn't know how to be around women, let alone, God forbid, have sex with said women. As surprising as it may seem then, I was going through quite the dry spell that year, and had resigned myself to studying instead and little else. However, as with all things in life, the moment you stop you looking is the moment you find it. I found myself back at this girl's house who was studying in the UK for that year. She was from Slovenia, somewhat unimportant detail other than those Brits who voted leave and now see me as part of the EU problem somehow, and absolutely gorgeous. I was punching way above my weight and thought I should relish every one of the seconds I knew I was going to enjoy with this girl. Again, unsurprisingly, I did not quite go the distance. I was, however, in a state of absolute delirium, that post-orgasm fuzz where everything in the world seems grand, and nothing could take that away. Apart from me, of course. She, rightly so, tried to, get me going again, for my first attempt was so poor. However, in my state of delirium, and ultimately recovery, I was in no fit state to do so just yet. As she goes to sit atop of me, my brain goes into a strange autopilot. I gently push her to the side to stop her sitting down on me. Okay, that's bad enough, but it didn't stop there. I, for entirely unknown reasons, say the words "that'll do pig, that'll do," in exactly the same way as that immortal final line from the kids' movie called Babe, about a pig, funnily enough. As it transpires, this movie was not a hit in Slovenia, and no amount of me pleading it's a kids movie at her seemed to help as she slowly got dressed and opened the door for me. Too long didn't read, ended a dry spell with a knockout girl, refused round 2 by calling her a farmyard animal. Edit 1, thanks for the gold. You've taken my gold virginity, in fact. That'll do, pig, that'll do. Edit 2, to all those all-knowing sex gods on Reddit telling me that sex doesn't end at the male orgasm. Yeah, thanks guys, I know. I was in a state of bewilderment. I just needed a moment. I had plans, but then I fucked up. Hence why it's here on Today I Fucked Up. So much for post-nut clarity. Some people just can't come to their senses. And this little piggy went wee all the way home. That'll do donk, that'll do. Okay, that is fucking hilarious. I said the same thing to a girl. For the last 13 years we have been married. I had to double check to see if this was my husband's Reddit account. Then I remembered, right, we're just coming to 12 years married.